Hey, this is Sanctorum Animae 17, and I have started a new figure here in the Adam and Eve section of the mural. As you can see, I started an angel here, and there'll be one just like this on the other side with Adam. I haven't gotten to that part yet, but I started on this one here. This is one of the cherubim that was assigned to guard the entrance to the garden after Adam and Eve had sinned and they were cast out of the garden. So you see here, I'm going to put in there's an outline there of there's one wing, and then the other wing will kind of come out front here, and you'll see all the feathers there. He's got a sword, as you can see here, and then I'm gonna start putting in some other details. I'll give you a little bit of a closer look here. All those feathers I'm gonna draw in individually, so it's gonna have a lot of detail, which goes with the whole theme of the mural. He's gonna have, I've left the legs kind of loose right now because I'm gonna put probably kind of Renaissance style, so it'll have like flowing robe and clothing or something around. There's gonna be kind of a silk like scarf type sash or whatever that's gonna kind of float around him, go around his legs down to the bottom. I'll probably add some details on the sword as far as make it into a flaming sword. Yeah, so there he is. And I wanted him to have kind of a inquisitive, kind of almost like looking into what's going on in the garden, getting ready to take his position as the guard to the garden. And he has kind of a Renaissance look. I do like that kind of flavor, and so I was trying to go for that. And you can see the influence from my comic book art because it has that kind of dynamic, like action type pose. So I'm happy how it turned out so far. As you can see, it's still very sketchy, so I still need to go back in and fill in a bunch of details there. And then in behind Eve, there's going to be, you can see more branches. I'm gonna put a fruit right here, and that will be a pomegranate, which represents the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which they took and ate, which introduced sin into the world. I'm gonna put a crown around her because we often don't talk about Adam and Eve in reference to salvation. We usually just refer to them because of original sin. But the fact that they were covered by God is a picture of salvation, because that's what happens with us. We're covered in Christ and cleansed and set free from sin, those kind of things. So I'm going to put a crown or a kind of like a halo like I did with the saints up here. And in fact, in all the figures, I'm going to do that. I really like that. That's definitely an influence from Orthodox art. And yeah, so I'll put that in there. There'll be rays that are shining out from her, and put a bunch more details in here. And the other thing I want to put kind of in the background is a mountain range in here. So you can see that's from Isaiah, where it talks about going up to the highest of peaks. I forget the verse. I can't quote it off the top of my head, but just talks about the highest mountain, the mountain of the Lord, that reference there. So I don't have like a real thorough like reflection today. I was thinking a little bit about drawing angels, and there'll be a lot of angels in this picture, in this mural, especially when you get out, farther out to the corners. I do like this idea of thinking about like a guardian angel, and here this angel has been assigned to guard the garden. As a Protestant, at least me personally, I don't think a lot about guardian angels, but as I've started to study Orthodoxy and even some Catholicism, like there's a pretty big emphasis on angelic beings and especially guardian angels. And it's not one of those things where for me as a Protestant, as I read the Bible, I don't see it a whole lot. And so I'm not really sure what I think about it. One thing I do like about the idea of guardian angels is that throughout the day, it really does focus your thoughts beyond this world, that there are things going beyond that you can't see, that there are, angelic and demonic forces that are at work. And it just gives reminds you of the supernatural. And I think that's a good thing. So it's goes back of a question of, is this a biblical thing to think about? Is this true? Those kind of things. But anyways, that was just a short reflection. I was just kind of thinking as I was drawing what my view of guardian angels is and what it should be. Do I need to be corrected? Do I have a right view of it? So anyhow, I look forward to finishing and working on this and finishing this part, and then I'll do a very similar figure like this on the other side. But before I get to that, I'm going to fill in all the details behind Eve, and then that section will be done, which is super cool. I'm really excited. This has been 17 days. I'm looking forward to keep going on, and yeah, I will have another post soon. Thanks, guys.